Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 reviews. Today, thanks to McFarland House of Cars, we have the 1994 Chevrolet Corvette featuring a 5.7 liter V8 pushing 300 horsepower. This one has the 4-speed automatic. Now, a lot of you probably just clicked away from the video. I don't care. I just realized that I have filmed every generation of Corvette except for a C3 and a C4. So now here's the C4. Now I gotta find a C3. Not every version, of course, of each gen, but each generation regardless. Obviously, the C4 was in a very, very rough spot in, I would say, America's history of the sports car. When it launched, there was a lot of fuel emission regulations and everything like that. This is towards the tail end of the C4, so they started to get some horsepower back, and they really started to find the groove with new fuel injection technology and stuff like that. Being a C4 Corvette, it has pop-up headlights. Oh, that's childish, but I love the 90s. Oof. All right. Obviously, mid-90s GM interior. Nothing like it. Well, seatbelt is unique design, to say the least. Seat controls, a little odd. Rear release. Is this the surface part of it? Oh, that's the rear hatch. Duh. Hello? Hello? There we go. Got it. Backup camera doesn't exist. Now you might be wondering, why are there two drives? Notice how there's an O around drive. Well, actually, it's over drive. Ta-da! That is overdrive. Sun visors. See message inside. Huh. That's pretty cool. I love finding oddball stuff like that. Now, throttle pedal, extremely touchy. So this was kind of, you know, obviously they had found the ZR, they had done the ZR1 at this point, you know, so Corvette was starting to find their mojo again. You know, I've driven a C1, I've driven a C2, and I'll be frankly honest with you, they drive like crap. They're not very good driving cars. And once you step into the C5, the C5 Z06, they really started to figure things out. C6 was pretty darn good. C6 Z06 was phenomenal. The ZR1 is next level. C7, they were beating 911s. And now C8, they're knocking on the front doorstep of Ferrari. C4 is, you can kind of tell the Corvette heritage. You can it drives similar to a C1 and C2 in some ways, but you can also kind of see some European inspiration. I mean, you have pop-up headlights, you have stuff like that. It's just, you know, I love this thing, and I'm gonna go a little bit personal here. And a couple months back, I lost my grandfather. I'm lucky because, you know, being 24 years old, I've had both sets of grandparents for a good part of my life. As a matter of fact, all my life until now. And the grandfather I lost, both of them are into cars. You guys might know the 1956 Ford Sunliner convertible video. That is my father's father. I'm talking about, the grandfather I'm talking about is my mother's father. He had a 69 Corvette Stingray. So every time I see a Corvette, I think of him. I never got to see that car. That was back in the early 70s he had that car. Matter of fact, he dropped the transmission on New England Dragway. And he tells me that story all the time. And he used to, I should say. And now knowing that the last Corvette I have to film to complete the trifecta of every Corvette generation is the generation he had, I think at this point I have to find a 69 Corvette Stingray in gray and really complete the trifecta. It's only just it's just how it works. In terms of this car, I'm sorry I got a little bit off track, but that just shows, actually it's not exactly off track, it shows that the Corvette is America's sports car. I know so many people whose grandfathers or fathers, or they knew somebody who had a Corvette growing up. It's just, you go to any cruise night, any car show in America, there's going to be stories like that. Oh, my grandfather had it. There's always gonna be that story. And the Corvette has cemented itself in American culture. And you know, the first time somebody makes it, they go buy a Corvette. That's why they're so popular. It's much like the people that make it, they go buy a Porsche in other countries. In America, you buy a Corvette. That's just what you do. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I don't care how this car is to drive. I absolutely love it. Oh, brakes. Oh, brakes are actually not bad for 90s GM. You're a fun little car. Oh, and I forgot another aspect of 90s GM. I love their harmonizing tone horns. It's just so, I don't know. This is an era that everybody looks back on and says, you know, these cars were crap, and they're not great. But I don't know. It's just a good car, and the Corvette is such a cultural icon here in America that no matter how good or bad they are to drive, everybody's gonna love them, and it's America's sweetheart. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.